What is good, everybody? This is my second attempt at trying to do an intro here. I got about 5 miles, maybe a little bit more into my trip, and I realized that my memory card wasn't in my camera. So yeah, I was stuck at home in my computer where I usually use it for downloading whatever I have filmed or taken pictures of. So yeah, that sucked. I had to go back and get that. Anyway, I am now driving north. I'm headed towards Tennessee, where I'm hopefully going to find some cool animals. I'm going to be driving and being as careful as possible. I even got my little buff here for purposes of gas station fill-ups. That's the only place I'm going to stop. I have food, waters, sleeping in car materials, my camera bags, I got a cooler. So I got it all. And really the only thing I'm going to do is stop for gas, and I have my Lysol wipes right there. Hopefully that'll be all I need. I'm going to be as careful as possible and stay away from a lot of people. That's a good place to find snakes, so that's what I'll be doing. Anyway, see you soon. So I think I might have done messed up a little bit. So I'm heading right there to Tennessee. As you can see to the left, it looks like a death storm. So I don't know what I'm doing. This was not in the plans. Like, I looked at the radar yesterday, 50%, 40%. Now it's at 90%, and hail and strong winds are gonna hit the whole freaking state all day tomorrow. And not just all day tomorrow, and into Sunday until about noon, which is exactly when I have to leave. Oh, this is going to be great. Can't wait. So I stopped at a rest stop. Actually, I didn't stop at a rest stop. I stopped at a Love's. They're one of the places you can stay overnight. Most of them you can anyway. And I'm sleeping in the back of my Jeep. I got the pillows. I got everything like that. I got my headlamp. I actually have these cool little blacked out window. Whoops, and I just fell over. That's perfect. And then I got one on this side as well. That kind of helps with keeping some of the light out anyway. So that's what I'm doing tonight. I'm sleeping here. Makes it much easier and also less risky because of the coronavirus, obviously. So yeah, I'm sleeping here, and I'm probably only an hour from where I want to be. So that's kind of nice. I can get up early, try to beat the storms. They still look pretty bad right now. Hopefully I'll be able to show some things. Maybe some wet snakes anyway. Maybe a salamander. All right, see you in a little while. So yeah, it's raining pretty good. It's a lot of clouds up there, as you can see. Actually, it doesn't look as dark on my camera, but it is dark. Still gonna head up here anyway and see what I can't find in the rain. So wish me luck. Hopefully I'll turn up something for you guys to see. Here's some rock cuts here that will make West Texas proud. It's funny though, you can actually hunt these as well, and I've found rat snakes and milk snakes in cuts just like this. In this area, well, close to here anyway. So I just arrived at my destination. It's not raining right now. It's actually just overcast, a little dark, so I got a light on. But this is a spot that I've been scouting on Google Earth and Street View maps and all kinds of other things for a long time. And there's a lot of rocks here to flip, so I'm going to start flipping those and hopefully find some snakes here in a minute. First herp of the trip, little Fowler's toad. Well, not little, he's a pretty good sized one. Put him back under the rock if I can. Oh yeah, he went right back under it, good. All right, let's keep looking. Lots of rocks to flip. Oh man, lots of rock. Oh, check out this wolf spider here. Pretty large one with a blue egg sac. How cool is that? She also had this little kind of cubby dugout area under the rock where she's hiding. So I'm going to put it back as gently as possible to not crush her. All right. I think that did it. I think we're good right there. Okay. Onward. Another giant wolf spider. This one doesn't have any eggs. So I've been here probably 20 minutes, hiking the edges of this road, flipping rocks as I go. Only thing I've seen so far is that Fowler's toad. Because of the rain, I'm gonna get back in the car here and drive up some more and flip my way back and down, up and down, because I don't want to get too far from the car because I don't want to get soaked.
So sorry guys, I didn't get an in situ flip on this guy, but what we got here is a cave salamander. And these guys don't only live in caves, they live under rocks and other ideal habitat, kind of like that rock right there, which I got it under. But yeah, these guys are pretty cool. They're Eurysia. They're related to long-tailed salamanders and 2-line, 3-line salamanders in that genus. I'm going to go back under this rock and so he's not out in the open. Here he goes. Oh, okay. Oh, there he goes. There's another cave salamander under this rock. Oh, he's going into his cave. I'll put this back kind of how it was. So, second cave salamander. Check out this glade here full of rocks. It's perfect. Though it does appear to be on private property, so I don't know if I'm going to step over this or not. Oh man, just look at this rock. I don't know if I can flip it, but man, it's perfect. I'm going to try. I need 2 hands, so I'm going to put this camera down. All that for nothing. Except bigger muscles. Yeah. Alright, the unfortunate part is people have actually been here herping, it looks like, and this is what happens. I've seen a lot of this actually already. Several rocks have flipped over and been flipped back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this rock back and keep working it. It's not looking good for me though. Every rock I've flipped so far has been really wet underneath, so unless I'm continuing to look for salamanders, that's about all I'm going to find, I think. I don't know. I'm going to keep trying. No sooner I said that, the rock that I just flipped back and the rock that right next to it that I flipped, there is a ringneck. A very cool in-shed ringneck. Look at that. Hey, I'll take something. It's a sign of hope. It's a good size one too. Look at the size of this guy. See if I can get it stretched out here. That's a good 12-inch long snake. That's pretty cool. It's got some kinkies going on its neck. Well, that's really cool. I'm glad I found something anyway, even if it was a ringneck. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this rock back first, and then I'm going to put him back under it. So I'm going to put him here, and then flip the rock back, which you should be doing anyway, which people aren't doing. And then I'm going to stick him just like so. And under he goes. Or she goes, or it goes. Alright, I just flipped this rock here on top of another rock, and a chilly young eastern fence lizard. Not an uncommon find, but still something cool. Another herp. There we go. Okay, I am going to put him back under the rock that I flipped. Right here, you can see the dry spot he was under. So I'm going to put it back the way it was, and then stick him, or her, or it, back under it. There it goes. So I worked that area over pretty good flipping rocks, but all I came up with is that ringneck and the fence lizard and a cave salamander, or actually 2 cave salamanders. And that's really it. As you can see, maybe, I don't know, the sun is up there in the sky. Yeah, that's deceiving because that is to the east, where the sun just rose a little while ago. The problem is the storms are coming from the west. So I'm going to head east a little bit and go to some areas that I scouted also on Google Earth and see if I can't come up with anything there. I'm hoping maybe there's some trash, some more rocks, I don't know, something to flip. So the next find is a little 5-line skink, a juvenile, under this rock. At least it's showing signs that it's dry enough for these guys to be up under things. It's dry. I'm kind of on this little ridge here, so I'm gonna keep flipping around here. All right, we got some carpet here that's in this, I don't know if this is an old trail or something, but it comes up. And see if we can find anything under it. It's wet, so probably not. Oh, there's a skink right off the bat. Young skink. I'm gonna try to put this back exactly how it was. It's gonna take 2 hands. So I'm gonna put this camera down. Oh, we got a snake. Worm snake. All right. He's trying to dig down into the carpet bits. So at least it's something else besides a ringneck. So the second snake of the day goes to this worm snake. Check out their little pink belly. I'm gonna let him go back under the carpet. Try to get this back how it was as much as possible. Okay, so we've got another worm snake. Life is not completely unfair. All right, this is the second worm snake of the day. I think third snake. I'm going to keep on flipping rocks. Put this rock back down and then put him under it. See if I can get him to go back under it. Come on, buddy. Here you go. Figuring it out. I think it's going under the moss. That's fine too. Oh no, it's going under the rock. All right, cool. Lots of good rocks in this little open area. A lot of flat, good sized dinner plate and larger rocks. Oh, here's a snake. Let's see. Great. A different species. So this is a smooth earth snake. And it is very cold. I don't think is my zoom, is this working? Got a new camera, so I'm trying to figure out if things are working right here. Yeah, look at the white belly. Check them out, man. So these guys are relatively common up in this area. This is a young one. They get about 3 times as big as this sometimes. But still, really cool. Something different. Still not a king snake, still not a milk snake, but something else. All right, I'm going to go back under this rock and keep on flipping stuff. Okay, not the most unusual find in the world, and I see these in Florida, but it's a little brown skink or a ground skink. Skincilla. There he goes. But it's another herb. And a huge wolf spider and eggs again, who's soaking wet. And a lot bigger eastern fence lizard. It looks like a male who's going to come into breeding club pretty soon. So I'm going to put him back on the ground here. And put this rock back here. And then maybe try to get him to go back under the rock. Yeah, he probably will. Alright guys, I flipped another young smooth earth snake. Oh, there he is. I'm going to put him back where he was after I lower this rock back where it was and keep flipping in the rain. All right, there you go, buddy. There you go. There he goes, up on the rock. Another one under the adjacent rock. This one is slightly bigger, I suppose. Yeah, a little bigger. Cool, can you hear the rain? This is awesome. All right, I'm going to put this rock back down and put him back under it. Let's see if we can get 3 for 3 on smooth earths. A big old spider. All right, there's this big old discarded tent. Sometimes this kind of stuff is really good for snakes, so I'm going to dig through it. I'll try to film it if I can. All right, one foul swoop. Oh, this has only been sitting here probably a few days. Yeah, says nothing. The moss is still very green under it, so that was no good. All right, I just flipped this massive cave salamander. Oh, oh yeah. Oh, oh, oh. I don't want you to get up under the rock like that, buddy. That is a bad idea. I'm gonna try to get him. It's hard to do with holding the camera, so I'm gonna see if I can. Here we go. Oh, there he goes. Up out of the rock and under my shoe. And that's okay, or on my shoe. I'm gonna try to. There you go. If you can go like under the rock, it'd be great. Nope, under the rock. Nope, under the rock. Nope, under the rock. How about under the rock? How about try under the rock? How about try under the rock? Yeah, there you go. Woohoo! Okay, I might have to do a major reassessment of what I'm going to do here. Coming down pretty good right now. Not too hard, but steady and wet. And I'm going to decide what I'm going to do next, because if it's going to rain all day, it's just pointless to be out here. I'm going to get back in my car, figure out where I'm going to go. I'll let you know. I don't know if you know this or not, but looking around old fire pits like this one, they're actually really good if they're lined with rocks like this. They hold moisture and they hold heat. So I just flipped this rock here, and there's a cave salamander right here, as well as a skink who just ran under that rock right there. See him? So I'm going to move this guy real quick. Here we go. Put this rock back. It says cross or going around a barricade is a felony. Good Lord, where the heck am I?
All right, guys. So I decided to change my strategy a bit. I screwed up. I admit it. It is pouring and there is no let up in sight. So every rock I flipped up here was completely soaked underneath, so the water had seeped in. There was no good areas for any snake. Well, there were some, but not many good areas for snakes to be in. It said it's going to rain all day like this tomorrow too, and the forecast it's not fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head to North Georgia and try my luck in this area that I have seen milk snakes and rattlesnakes, timber rattlesnakes in the past, as well as a few other things. All right, I'm on the road right now, so I'm probably about 4 hours from that spot, and I will see you in a little bit.
Hey guys, so I'm at the spot I wanted to be at in North Georgia, but there's a huge bald up there somewhere. I guess they burnt this not too long ago. It's pretty steep, but there used to be a timber rattlesnake and copperhead hibernaculum up there, so I will try to find it again if I can. I've been hiking around this bald up here. There's lots of good crevices and rocks on top of rocks. So far I haven't seen anything. Every rock I've flipped and every crevice I've looked in has been very, very soaked. So it's kind of a trend for this trip. So yeah, I might need to come back some other time, but I'm going to keep looking for a little while longer. I got a little bit of sun left, so hopefully find something. Oh, cool. We got a giant slimy salamander. Yes, Plethodon chattahoochee. These guys are obviously in the slimy salamander complex. They secrete a interesting sticky white substance from the tail when disturbed, and it turns black on the hands, and it's the reason why they're called slimy salamanders. And as you can see, they have a lot of white along the sides and not much spotting on the back. Anyway, I don't want to disturb them too much. I don't want to get that crap on my hands, which it gets gunked up pretty good and it takes a while to come off. And so I'm going to put him back under his rock. He's pretty calm. And keep looking under more rocks. All right. Well, too late, he gunked me a little bit. So rocks like this one aren't really too flippable. And even if they are, getting it back is questionable and it might roll down the hill. So rocks about that size, I don't tackle. I want to keep them where they are. But, geez, there's a lot of rocks up here. The problem is, like I said, they're all wet. Or filled with ants. This rock look like Africa? There. I don't know. Didn't have a snake under it, so it doesn't matter. Hefty looking seal salamander right there.
All right, everybody, I'm home now. I just drove back from North Georgia, and as you saw, it was kind of a bust. It wasn't the greatest trip of all time. That's just how it goes, you know. That shows how realistic the herping experience can be and how you plan horribly sometimes, and that was just one of the times. Still, a few fossorial snakes, which are always pretty cool, and a couple salamanders. So yeah, the trip was overall not a success, but it wasn't bad. I'm going to try to plan to go up there again this weekend if I can, because the following weekend and the following 2 weeks after that, I will be in Utah, Arizona, California a little bit maybe, and Nevada. So I'm hoping that'll be a great trip and have a lot of herps to show, and my videos will come out. I'll probably do several parts, maybe 2 or 3 parts to split it up because it's going to be so long. That trip was not the greatest in the world. For that reason, I do have something cool for you here, which I'm going to show you right now. So what we got here is a giant rat snake. This one right here, over 7 feet, almost 7.5 feet. We measured it, which is almost the record for eastern rat snakes. Let's get a little closer for you. By far the biggest rat snake I've ever handled. So this and another one, almost the same size, similar size, was pulled from a chicken coop on the west coast of Florida. So these snakes used to once be considered the Gulf Hammock rat snake, and they have the long longitudinal lines, the stripes, and they have the blotches, as you can see right here, the blotches and the stripes. And these come from the Gulf Hammock area of Florida. And yeah, this is one of the biggest ones I've ever seen. We are going to let them go back near the home site where we got these. This is the most absurd thing I've ever seen. That one over there is over 7 feet, and this one's over 6 feet. And they're both from the same area, the same chicken coop area. They're probably staying alive pretty well on it. It's just the eggs. And also the fact that they're very secluded where they're at. There's not a lot of roads. They're on private property, pretty well away from anybody else. So they've grown up pretty good. And the owners of the property actually don't dislike the snakes. They just didn't want them in their chicken coop, obviously. So, amazing.
Look at the size of this thing, man. Holy crap. It just keeps going. I apologize for the background noise. There is somebody cutting their yard not too far from here. But absolute unit of a snake. Yep, here we go. Egg eater. So I put my monkey paw down so it will stay still so it doesn't roll. There he goes. That took very little convincing. All right, this mammoth got it down a little bit. And let's see if we can get a little further. Here we go. Look at that jaw. So that wheezing you hear is actually not because the snake has an infection or has a lung issue. It is the glottis, which is the air tube that leads down to the lungs, that is vibrating off of the, or kind of rubbing against the egg shell. Hope he's got it into his throat. Hope you enjoyed, and give me a little subscribe, do what you gotta do, and I'll see you guys next time.